Reason number 5. Halloween is full of evil imagery. I already talked about how Halloween glorifies death, but beyond that, it's full of much more evil imagery.
I don't really consider the evil imagery to be very anti-Christian. I mean, I don't really feel like it applies to Christianity whatsoever. I mean, honestly, if you look at the crucifix, I mean, that is an epitome of evil. I mean, crucifixion and all of the suspension type of executions and punishments, those were evil type of punishments and executions. I mean, this is a depiction of evil, in my opinion. I mean, Catholics, I mean, they have the crucifix up everywhere. And I mean, the whole idea of Christ being crucified is kind of an evil depiction in general. So, I mean, I really don't think that you should be throwing stones from a glass house at this point.
People dress up as witches, vampires, demons, zombies, and every other evil abomination you can think of.
Oh my god, guys! Do you see all these, evil abominations that he's showing us right here? Holy fuck! Is that a mom dressed as a witch? And that guy with the skull mask. Oh my fucking god, that's gonna give me fucking nightmares. I mean, I get it. There are some people that go to the, extreme with Halloween. But, I mean, still, that's just their preference to do that. I don't understand why this is a problem. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian and you go to that kind of lengths for Halloween. I mean, I don't think that you have to praise God and everything like that every single day of the year or anything like that for you to be a Christian. I mean, I guess maybe I was just a really lax Christian when I was a Christian, but in any case, the evil imagery really isn't a problem. I mean, as long as you're not sacrificing your cat to Satan, I think you're fine. Which doesn't actually happen, by the way. And if you do, please don't cite my video as the reason why you did it.
And 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22 says, abstain from...
Oh, fuck. More Bible verses?
Christians should not participate in this holiday. Some people, particularly kids, think they're missing out by not celebrating Halloween because they miss all of the free candy they can get from trick-or-treating. But there are better and safer ways of getting candy, if that's what you really want. Just go to the store and buy some.
Oh yes, because that's the exact same experience as trick-or-treating. You know, getting together with all your friends, dressing up as silly things on one night a year where you go and you knock on a stranger's house and ask for candy, and then you got to search through it later to make sure you weren't given any kind of knives, even though that never really happened. So that's the exact same experience as Halloween, going to the store and buying a Kit Kat. Yeah.
Yeah, it may cost you a few bucks, but at least that way you get exactly what you want and you can avoid being a victim of a crime. An online post by CBSNews.com entitled, Higher Halloween Crime Rates Make It a Real Fright Night.
So this particular statistic here isn't as clear-cut as he wants to make it out to be. Obviously, there are some portions of the country where, depending on the day that Halloween falls on, you might see an uptick in crimes. But, I mean, still, it's very much wherever, specific to wherever you live, if there's a college nearby and other instances of things like that kind of go into the whole crime statistic. I mean, it's not just universally everywhere in the United States or abroad or anywhere like that does crime automatically just go up. I mean, obviously you want to stay safe on Halloween. I mean, you don't want to get hit by a car or go into a neighborhood that's potentially dangerous or something like that. Still, this is just about being smart on this night and not about there's so many more crimes that happen. You'll get robbed and fucking beaten up and everything like that for a Kit Kat. It's very dependent on where you live and what time. Even when Halloween falls on, it depends on whether or not there's an uptick. And even then, the uptick really isn't in violent robberies or something of trick-or-treaters on the street. It's more like burglaries and other stuff like that. It's just... I mean, you staying home and being a Christian was actually probably more likely to get you burglarized on Halloween, depending on the area you live in. I guess if you want to see more stupid Christian shit, go and subscribe to Bible Flopbox. He does a lot of lists and everything like that. But in any case, my personal opinion about Halloween and Christianity and Christians is that it's a commercialized holiday, and it is so removed from the origins of it that it is unrecognizable, to the pagan crowd or whatnot. Like, the Halloween that we celebrate now has no relation to the pagan holiday of Samhain. Even though we celebrate it on the same day and everything like that, it's just so commercialized and so different that you really don't even have to worry about it. But also, I don't think that Christians should be shamed for celebrating this holiday, which is primarily what this video aims to do, is to shame Christians that like to celebrate Halloween, saying that, oh, the alternative is just go to the store and buy some candy. That doesn't give you the same, experience as Halloween does. Now, there are multiple churches and communities and whatnot that will provide some kind of, separate but equal sort of celebration, like a fall festival kind of thing, where they don't want to say it's Halloween, but you're really just celebrating Halloween. You're just giving it a different name. Regardless of what you name it, it's still the same holiday that everybody else is celebrating. So if it makes you feel better to name it a different thing, then fine, go ahead. But it's just Halloween time, and there's nothing wrong with celebrating it. There's nothing wrong with watching scary movies either. The logic that he applies here to Halloween would also apply to other things in daily life. Like, if you're not doing something to praise God, then you shouldn't be doing that thing. It's just ridiculous. I also love the hypocrisy in this video, painting a lot of things that are found in Christianity as being bad, but as long as you're doing it for the glory of God, it's fine.